Hi everyone, I thought I would just hop on here while I'm getting ready. I'm actually going to be headed off on a trip today, but I thought I would just come on and chat about whatever comes to mind, honestly, and life lately. So these past 2 weeks, I had two foster dogs, two very opposite foster dogs. I have Pearl that I've shown on our page, and then you may have met Russet, who is an 8-week-old bully mix puppy that is just the goofiest little thing. So complete opposite ends of the spectrum, but it was really, really fun. A little bit of a crazy household, but so full of love and so worth all of the work and the time and effort put in. I feel like with this puppy, I got more comments than ever saying that I should keep him. And not just that I should keep him, but kind of trying to guilt me into keeping him, saying he was so attached to me, he clearly loves me so much, so why wouldn't I just keep him? And for one thing, I got a lot of these comments on the first photo that I ever took of him. So in that photo, he had only known me about an hour. So photos aren't everything. I'm not sure that he was fully attached to me then or loved me. He actually didn't even really know me. So it's kind of just making up these scenarios in your head of what you want to happen. I don't think that's the best mindset to have. Instead of looking at it as a positive and that I'm helping this puppy along his way. Russet didn't have anywhere to go. Russet was a part of a litter of 10, and all of the other puppies in his litter had found fosters except for him. So I last minute stepped up and offered to take him in until they could find something more permanent. And if I had kept every dog that came through my doors, I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do that and to take him in last minute. The goal of fostering is to place the dog in their forever home and to not keep the dog. We love a good foster fail story, and that's wonderful, but that's not the ideal end goal. It might be a little controversial, but I simply don't want a puppy. Now, don't take that the wrong way. I love puppies. I adore puppies. Honestly, who doesn't? And I love dogs, but right now I don't want a puppy. And I would love to have a puppy one day. I definitely will get one, but my next dog that I adopt will be an adult rescue due to the fact that I just don't have the time for a puppy right now. People don't realize the time and effort involved in properly raising a puppy, not just owning a puppy. And if I'm going to get a puppy, I want to do it right. I have a lot of things that I would want to accomplish with them and do it the right way. And that takes a lot of time that I don't have right now, and it wouldn't be fair for me to get a puppy and commit to absolutely make the time to foster puppies and to take them on for shorter periods of time and give it my all during that. But I can't commit to like a year and a half, 2 years of training and working with a puppy. That's just something that I realistically don't have time for. It wouldn't fit in with my life right now. I travel a lot, so that wouldn't be fair to the dog and a puppy that's trying to get into a routine. I just think so often people are picking dogs because they're cute and fun, but not always picking a dog that best fits them in their life. And an adult dog would be a lot better fit for me long term. So I just won't be adopting a puppy anytime soon. But hopefully you will see many more puppies on my page that I can foster and love and get my puppy fix because they are adorable and they are a lot of fun, honestly. When Russet came to me, he was just under 8 weeks and he won't be fully vaccinated for a little bit, so he cannot go outside on the public ground because he could pick up different viruses or diseases that he's not protected against. But at the same time, that age is also a very critical socialization period. So we had a lot of things to work on and ways to work around that. Just a few things that go into getting a puppy and raising them the right way, with the right socialization, the right training, the right exposure to bring up a responsible adult dog. With Russet, we were working on housebreaking, crate training, and walking on a leash, even though he can't walk outside on a leash yet, just in the house, and getting him used to that. Even the collar he had to get used to was something new for him. He kept kind of scratching at it and wanting to get it off because he had never had something on his neck like that. Those are more basic things, but we are also working on him being okay with being touched everywhere. So touching his ears, touching his paws, touching his tail, all of that sort of thing on a daily basis, so that he doesn't have any issues later on. Being sensitive with a certain area is important for safety and being handled at the vet or the groomer or just by people in general. In terms of socialization, a lot of people think socialization means you have to meet every dog, meet every people, have lots of puppy play dates, and it's kind of the opposite. You want to teach a puppy to be neutral around other things. So I would take Russet in a little bag since he can't go on the ground yet, and he would just watch everything. He would watch people, dogs, construction, cars going by, motorcycles, get used to different sounds and smells and people, and realize that those things weren't scary or intimidating, but also weren't a novelty that he had to get super excited and worked up about. It was just kind of part of everyday life. Something that we were working on, he was working with my dog on learning some boundaries with other dogs. He absolutely loves other dogs, but he didn't really pick up yet on social cues if another dog didn't want to play with him or needed some space. So that's something where I would have to step in if he's not listening to my dog's corrections and help him to learn that, so that when he gets bigger, he's not just running up to every dog and making them play with him, because not every dog is going to want to play with him. We also would sit in and I would play different puppy desensitization sounds on my laptop. So different animal noises, fireworks, all sorts of things like that that he could get used to, that are sounds that maybe I wasn't able to expose him to in the real world, like there are no fireworks going off right now. And working on his general obedience, and kind of building that connection. I did a lot of hand feeding with him. We were working on sit, down, roll over, all just kind of practicing him learning to learn and learning to listen to me. Just helped to give him something to do and use up some of that crazy puppy energy that he had. And then on top of all of the training and socialization, he had to eat at least 4 times a day. His food had to be soaked ahead because he struggled with the little kibbles being so young, chewing them. Puppies also need to sleep 18 to 20 hours a day at his age, so fitting in naps and getting him to nap when the world is very exciting and he didn't really always want to, and then fitting all of that training and socialization into a very small box throughout the day, because like I said, you want to make sure that they are getting enough sleep at this age. And then we had to do a lot of playing and running around to get his energy out and get him some activity in. He wanted to put his mouth on absolutely everything, so I had to do a lot of puppy proofing and still just be very, very aware if he was out and about. I had to watch him like a hawk because he wanted to put the furniture in his mouth, any cords if he could find, any little crumbs, anything he wanted to chew on. So that was a lot of work as well, always supervising him and making sure that he stayed safe. But basically, it's a full-time job. I was going to bed many nights at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, up again with him at 5 in the morning. My hair is now half up, half down as I wait for my curling iron to heat up. But yeah, the puppy stuff has been taking up a lot of my time recently. But also new in life, we are headed to an event this weekend in Austin, a dog event. Are working with a hotel there as well, which should be really fun. It's really cool that we've met so many wonderful people in this industry, and through my dog is crazy to think about. And some more pet related travel a couple of weeks from now in August. We're going to Super Zoo, which is a pet expo in Las Vegas. So really excited for that. Really fun to see how at each event we go to, we know more and more people and are meeting up with more and more friends. And that's been a really fun part of it, to meet other pet parents and people with like-minded views and crazy dog moms. Okay, quick little touch up of the hair is done. Slowly making progress to heading off today. And something else that is new and exciting coming up is just lots of fun work opportunities. I got into a real slump with kind of the work side of things and brand deals after Polo was diagnosed with cancer and his health issues. It might not have looked like that from the other side of things. We were definitely still working and having a lot of fun with it, but I just didn't feel like myself. I didn't feel as confident going back and forth with brands and negotiating and things like that. I just kind of felt a little off my game, if that makes sense. And I think that his health issues took a huge toll, obviously, on my mental health, and kind of for longer than I realized. But now I'm feeling a lot more back to myself and feeling good about things, and really, really excited about some of the things we have coming up with some brands that we adore and have adored for a very long time. And it really is helping with my confidence with that. And something that I also think really helped me to kind of get my spark back was trying out YouTube and trying something new and pushing myself out of my comfort zone and talking to the camera. It might not seem that way if you're listening to me ramble about 8 million subjects right now, but coming from where I started and having like zero confidence to at all speak to the camera, and now at least having a little bit, is a big jump for me. I feel like it's made me more confident to try out new things in our content and know that I'm capable of more than I feel like I am, and that I can push myself outside of this little box that I'm comfortable in and do more. So that's been exciting as well. I appreciate everyone who listens to me ramble and supports me and encourages me to keep trying something new. Even if I'm not the best at YouTube by any means yet, I have a very, very, very long way to go with that, but it's been just fun to try something new. I ramble on for too long. I think I will leave it at that for today's little random chit chat, whatever comes to mind. I know a lot of it was very puppy centered. Like I said, that's kind of been my whole world the past 2 weeks, but lots more to come. And thank you so much for hanging out with me and forcing me to get ready. I need to go finish up packing, and then I'm really excited to take everyone along for our trip. So let me know what you want to see next from our account, what you'd be interested in, what you're liking so far. I will take any feedback at all. And as always, thank you so much for joining us on our journey.